Good morning and welcome to today's webinar, Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. Today is March the 13th and I'm moderating our international webinar from our office in Berlin. My name is Admiral and I'm happy to be talking to you. Today we will be speaking about trading ideas, strategies, market screenings, and we'll be answering your questions. Before we can start with the actual webinar, we will briefly present the risk disclaimer. Trading with financial instruments offered by Admiral Markets carries a high level of risk, which is not suitable for all investors due to its complex nature. Please make yourself familiar with these instruments by using a demo account if you are a starter. Please feel free to contact us if you need any assistance with that. Please also note that none of this is investment advice. The statements made in this webinar only represent the personal opinion of our traders. You can also find the whole risk disclaimer on our website. You can see the schedule for the week. Today it's Giancarlo's turn. And before I finish off with the introduction, I would like to invite everyone interested in trading to try us out and benefit from the best index and forex offerings with spreads of 0.8 pips. Please feel free to have a look around our website and explore our international activities. And do not hesitate to contact us should you have any questions. Well, enough of me for the moment. Now it's Giancarlo's turn. Good morning, Giancarlo. How are you doing and what's your outlook of the markets? Just give me a second. There you go.
Good morning, team. Good morning, traders. Welcome to Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. Today, I would like to speak a little bit about what happened with the financial market due to a lot of macroeconomic events that we expect this week and next week. First one, we maintain a bullish view, and we have a lot of elements that help to maintain this view, but in the same time we start to see a lot of shadow inside the markets. I would like to remember that the last Thursday, Mr. Mario Draghi, the president of European Central Bank, created a new we can define a sort of a blunt arm. The imminence, of course, we are speaking about, of course, of the imminence of LTRO launch that could help a little the bank for buy the bonds and at the same time have more liquidity. But at the same time, you have to understand that a large part of this liquidity will never come into the real economy. So unless the European Central Bank aiming to finance the European Bank with negative rate, it's complicated that European Central Bank now can have more arm to help the European economy. I would like to remember at the same time which are the small index of more important points that can push the market into the health. The first one, we speaking about the rates. We have to understand which is the sense for investor of a rise or fall of rates. Of course, for part of further reserve. In the second time, we have a weak forecast in the USA economic cycle, and at the same time, the hypothesis projected a fall due to rate curve, stock market cycle. Of course, 10 years of bullish market, and unemployment rate, and you can all this mix can push the market, USA market, in the recession. In the same time, we have a problem with economic growth in Europe, and of course, government crazy, Brexit, monetary multiplier, so on. So you can understand how it's difficult to manage all this information in our trading. But I would like to remember that you have to maintain your attention on two important data. The first one, the yield curve of government bonds, and at the same time the price earning for firm, and so we are speaking about fair value. We know that the 10-year bond, USA Treasury bond, start to change his direction, and at the same time we have a low good perspective for USA earnings. But even these indicators can anticipate a bad economic dynamics. We have to understand that we have more information that we can help. We are speaking about the unemployment rate, and in the same time we the real estate sector in USA. We have to understand that Trump pay his fiscal reforms with a lot of this an expansive public debt, a policy that sooner or later paid a high price. So if we understand that it is difficult, okay, from a micro point of view, to think a new bullish market, we can speak. We have to take a look that the primary market trend is bullish. In view, we have a plurality of negative elements. The market maintain the bullish attitude. In the same time, I repeat what I said in the last Wednesday. Brexit, for example, we are speaking about Brexit, but Brexit could be a disturbing element, but it's not a great element to destroy the bullish market. But at the same time, we can have a sum of elements that can change in every moment the trend of market. But until we maintain a low volatility, and at the same time you can assist a continuous pullback that are recovered in the next day, it's difficult to have a strong reversal and in the so-called sell-off like February and October of the last year. So after this small introduction, we know that this week is dominated by Brexit match. So it's logical that we have to take a look what's happened until Friday with this problem. Today, I would like to remember just some important news. First one, we have a very important news, durable gold orders in the USA, of course, the crude oil stock change, and tonight the parliamentary vote on Brexit. Remember that until the end of March, we have a new hours in American session that start for European at 2:30, not at 3:30, and until we will not change the time, and we will do this on the end of March. We have to start America session 1 hour before. Now let me start with some elements connected to pound, because we have to speak what happened here. At least we know the fact. We know that pound maintain a great pressure due to the event of these days, and we know that the bullish sentiment of the last days is due the possibility of the UK request for Article 50 deadline extension. Okay, that will be considered a credible justification, and suggest that UMA members don't see the last rejection of Parliament in a positive way. So the scenario The scenario, my idea is that the scenario increases the probability of no deal exit, and we can expect it. We can have more time until June. In any event, we have to wait what happened these days, and it could be better for UK to find some agreement with the European community. But that, remember, European community is ready, is also already prepared, this scenario, and he has calculated which is the economic impact in the European Union and prepared a guideline for member nation. Okay, so this problem is all related with the hard Brexit and no deal Brexit, but at the same time we have the same probability, and it's difficult to have a good trading with this high pressure. Of course, we know the pound in this with Brexit push in the market with high volatility, and we know we can tell some comments about this movement of last days. The trader remain with bullish attitude, and we can appreciate that from the middle of February the market recover every pullback and maintain the bullish attitude properly, because trader waiting an extension of Article 50, and so this scenario help to UK have a better agreement with European Union. But at the same time, it's difficult to manage this strong volatility, and the high volatility. You can say that you can imagine that could be favorable to have a good trade and more pips, but at the same time, if you don't check correctly the entry, you can lose a lot of money. So for this week, I would like to suggest some point, but at the same time, take a lot of care, because when we trade a forex pair with political problems, it's very, very difficult to manage. So until we don't have a final answer to this problem, it's very difficult to manage this problem. The pair remain in range between 1.13 and 1.3281. We know that this resistance maintain the possibility in case of breakout of a great uptrend, and in this case we know that we have reached in the last pullback this zone without any breakout. We can I remain of opinion that this level we have to remember, because in case from breakout we have a great buy opportunity, and it's logical to do this, and my target remain this in 1.3085, and of course this is all the range in general. 1.30, 1.35, this is the final range where I would like to arrive. In the same time, for short side is very difficult, because the market present continuous pullback. In general, I put for you this line 1.30. This is a deadline for buyers, and in case we have another strong break of this level, it's logical to think that price could arrive here in 1.2909. But in any event, take care with short, because it's logical to try some here or here, but until the price remain up 1.17, 1.18 is very difficult to have a reversal. Remember, of course, that any good news at favor of UK for Brexit question could help to maintain a bullish attitude for pound. Any bad news will push the pound into the hell. So now we are going to take a look what happened with the euro dollar, because we have at last with Mario Draghi, after month of patience, we have a stronger breakout of our level. You remember that I suggest the break of at least 1.1240, because the market react continuously our level near 1.30, But in the same time, the bearish power during only 1 day, because here we can appreciate a pattern of selling climax that reverse the market, and now the euro maintain a great power due to weakness of USA dollar with last data of inflation. And now we have written here, this is a typical pattern of presence of buyers. It's probably that the market start reversal, and we can start a new uptrend for next month. All depend on what happen with Brexit, of course, but at the same time, we have a lot of high presence of smart money here, and the prices push very strong in the long side. So today we have to understand if the price maintain this level, and of course if we can arrive in this zone in the next day. I strongly recommend to take a look what will do the pound, but the euro could in case maintain the 1.13 and start a good uptrend for these days, and a good target could be remain between 1.34 and 1.1360. But in the same time, remember that it's possible to have a strong pullback, and for now our support remain here in this zone between 1.1230, 1.1223, until the price don't break our first target that we have reached this week in 1.1181. Is difficult to have more bearish power. In any event, that the market maintain a high volatility, I remember that a strong fall can help us to open a good short. The next target remain this in 1.15, but for now our level block this scenario, and this selling climax need to maintain a bullish attitude, because this is a typical pattern that smart money use to reverse a trend, to reversal a trend. Now let me tell you something about dollar yen, because we maintain a bullish attitude, because in general, in this moment, I see that the investor use dollar like a safe haven currency, but in the same time, the market maintain a bullish attitude. So the weak of yen for a risk-on situation can help to have a new hikes in this day. But I would just suggest here only to think up 111.95. You can start. You can try some buy entry, and for short, remember that we need at least a break of 110.36. Rapidly, I would like to tell you something about pound yen, because the weakness of yen help to maintain a bullish attitude here. We have reached our target in the last weeks here in 137.61, but it's logical to think to have another breakout, because here I have seen a lot of great presence of smart money. It's probably that we can return here. In case the pound break this level, it's logical to have a good bullish attitude, and we can try to reach in the first one this level here in 138, and in extension 150.
Giancarlo,
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. There's one question for you from Mr.
Okay.
Stravinskas. He's asking how you determine where smart money is.
Okay. Thank you. Just a moment. The smart money, when I speak about the smart money, is a particular expression made by Richard Wyckoff. That is one of best famous investor at level of Livermore, for example, in 1830. He used to define smart money like what we know how market mover. For example, we are speaking about a hedge fund, a great commercial bank like Goldman Sachs, and of course all these market movers use new technology. We are speaking about, of course, of artificial intelligence and HFT, high frequency trading. So you can understand why use this expression, because we are speaking about the creator market, and I use to read this movement to define. Of course, depend of which instrument you want to use, because every instrument has its own property and volatility, used to help me to define the trend of market. So, for example, in the pound, you can this light salmon rectangle help me to show you where the smart money are positioning, and you can understand they continue to buy until the price remain up this zone. Is difficult to speak about short in the short position. So we in this case you can understand that with the smart money I can remain in the trend that smart money make, not what I think. That is totally, it's a totally different view of trading, because you don't think but you follow the really trend of market. Okay. I have a question about gold. Let me tell you something about Standard & Poor indexes rapidly, and finish with the gold and oil. Remember that here, after the fall of our support here in 2763, we have a good short, but at the same time, the next day, the market do a great reversal, and now we try to attack this very important resistance here between 2796 and 2805. I strongly recommend, of course, to maintain a bullish attitude in the market, because this is not a sign of weakness. And if we break this level today, we can have at least 10-50 points of trend for this session. In the same time, remember that strong break this level, you can assist a super long candle and a great movement, high volatility with great bullish pressure. At the same time, remember today that if we lose this level, we can have a presence of sellers, but until the price remain up this level is the same, we maintain a bullish attitude. Just some words for Nasdaq, because Nasdaq reached our target of the last webinar, and we are in 7,212, and now we are very near to break this level. In this case, I strongly recommend to take a look what happened these days, because the next target for Nasdaq, it will be here in between 312 and 341. We're speaking about 100 points. It's a good profit. And before to finish with the oil and gold, let we take a look at our beautiful DAX, my favorite instrument to trade in scalping, and you can praise it how these days we maintain the zone of 11,424, 400, and until we maintain this level, it's difficult to have a more bullish bearish presence. Remember that if the price going below this level, we will have a strong sell-off, at least 100 point. We are speaking, of course, in intraday terms. In 15 minutes, I would like to remember that it's very complicated to manage intraday position due to the situation of Brexit, and of course the market waiting the Federal Reserve meeting of next Wednesday. So it's logical that the market waiting is first catalyst, that is the decision of Federal Reserve, and of course the Mr. Powell speech. Today it's a complicated day, but in any event, I would like to suggest to take a look if the DAX break this level here, the sell stop could be useful to put here with a stop of 30 points, and we try to reach first one, this level here in 442, and in extension we can arrive here. This is very important. It's daily support and weekly support, so we have to take a lot of care what happened here. In the same time, for long position, we have a great presence of smart money here, and I suggest to try along just build up this level, with of course stop offer points is sufficient, and in the same time we'd like to reach 572 at an extension, at least this zone. Remember in any event that the price blocked in this great quantity of volume. So for example, if the price don't break this level 536, it's probably we have a reversal. In the same time, until the price don't break this level, the price continue to reverse. So it's a choppy moment. We can speak about a ping pong trend, and it's difficult to manage. I would like to remember that our last suggest going very good, and you can appreciate the precision of our level, because you speaking about smart money, we are speaking about to understand in which point the the smart money put their liquidity. So it's very simple to manage this typology of trading. Finish with gold and oil. Oil maintain a bullish up to, you know, for sanction in a Trump sanction for Iran in Venezuela, and oil cut production of OPEC. All these elements help oil to maintain a bullish up. To remember that oil is the best instrument of this year with growth of 26%. It's incredible. But remember that up 58.38, we have probably a change of trend from bearish to bullish. For now, we maintain the bullish outlook for today until the price remain up of 56.87. It's probably that we can touch today the $58, and until the price don't break this zone of 54.74, and after 53.81, it's difficult to open short position. All depend on the volatility, and if the news of oil stock of today can affect. In the same time, we finish with gold, because I know many people want to understand what's happened, but I can tell you that we have just something to say, because in general the weakness of dollar due to inflation data help to have this pullback. But at the same time, we can define, of course, that the sell-off was too much strong, but remember that tell you that is same time close long position that start here. Here we have a charge of volume, and we have break this zone. We are very near to this level, but I strongly recommend to wait at least the break of this level to open buy position. And it's difficult for now to break this level. Remember that is a monthly level. Below this level 1271, we can start a new yearly downtrend. For now, repeat, I recommend to wait what happened. Of course, Brexit can affect the situation. So for now, I recommend to wait this level for long position, and for short position at least 1284. If someone would like to try something, take a look today what happened here, but take care, because with tonight with the parliament vote on UK, can we have some movement. I have finished. I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and would like to decide you a fantastic week of trading. See you next Wednesday. Bye bye.
Thank you very much for the analysis, Giancarlo. Thanks to the audience for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. If you would like to review it, you can do so anytime. Just visit our channel on YouTube. I wish you a very good day ahead. Bye bye. Bye, Giancarlo.